G Life.
G Live. Are we live? Are we
We
on
are
the
live.
internet?
We
Hello,
are on the
everyone.
interwebs.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to G Live Game Night. And welcome once again. Happy Friday, everyone. I hope you're having a great week and excited for the weekend because it's a long weekend and it's the Halloween weekend.
It is.
How are you,
Yeah.
Willow?
I'm good. I'm good.
Okay.
Let me just share.
Yeah. So while you're sharing, of course, let me remind you guys that we are live in Facebook and YouTube. If you are in YouTube, please do like and subscribe because that's how we do. And if you're in Facebook, please do share this stream to your friends because uh, we come up with all sorts of crazy new shows for you guys. And today it's interesting.
It's different.
It's different because we're gonna talk about something scary, which is our first times. Ooh.
Yeah. Ibang stream. It's a chill and chat. We're gonna
Hmm.
start doing this podcast since last week kasi I mean since last stream Wednesday, we did do our D&D show.
Yes.
And it was super fun. Pero it wasn't we couldn't interact with you guys as much.
Yeah, we
So
can chat with you guys. We cannot like, hey, I've been reading the chat after the stream. Tapos parang everyone's so amazing.
yeah,
Parang
super
everyone's
fun.
really into the story. Pero
Mm-hmm.
we'll dive more into that as we get into the show. But first up, we do have a question of the stream.
Yep.
Question for the stream is how or tell us how was your first time in a new hobby? It could be board gaming, it could be painting, it could be D&D, it could be any other hobby. Tell us about your first time and how was it? Was it scary? How did you feel? When was it?
Yeah.
Because we're gonna share our first times as well here on the stream in a podcast type episode.
It's a we call it if it's a podcast, diba, usually it's just people talking.
Yeah,
A
it's people talking.
yeah, in a vodcast. May video naman tayo. So I guess it's a
Vodcast.
vodcast. I think that's the
Ah,
better term.
come
Let me fix
on.
my lights.
Come on, leveling up.
Wait lang.
Ayun. But before
Well,
we jump into the stream, let's get into some announcements.
mhm. We do
Willow.
have a couple. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, first announcements. First announcements. First of the many announcements. Let's do one first. I don't know if you guys already saw, but we do have um a post in Facebook that you can start playing in stores. It's free. You know what? Let's bring it up since we're ano naman here.
Ooh.
Let us bring it up. But welcome to the stream, Gino. Happy Friday, happy Halloween, and happy long weekend. I know people are excited for this weekend. Madaming pwedeng gawin.
Madaming
And
pwedeng gawin.
madaming pwedeng ma-discover. Maybe you can play board games. You can start painting. I'm planning to paint this weekend. Maybe you could invite new people into the hobby also. But yeah, madaming pwedeng gawin this weekend. Let me just look for the post. Pam, 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 pam. Okay. Sige, first announcement. Today is the last day for our G Live gamer sale, which is 50% off selected items in your G Live Gcash app. You can check that out. So Gcash nyo, go to G Live, check, and then search for gaming library. And then yung gamer collection would be at the menu. You'll see that on the bottom side of the page, and then you can click gamer collection, and then lahat yun nandun is 50% off. I know may mga nauna na and nag-take advantage ng sale. Hopefully if you're hearing about this now, you can browse through the games, and then you might have something you're looking for dun sa collection na yun. So that's 50% off. It's gonna end tonight midnight if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, tonight midnight. So that's one. Another one would be another announcement is we do have a sale for our polyhedral dice currently in gaminglive.com. Let me quickly share
Yay!
my, my screen kasi ito nahanap ko yung um there you go. So polyhedral dice for your D&Ds, your RPGs, or if you just want to have dice, which I highly suggest that you do if you're gonna play RPGs, and it's just fun to have. I got my first like set of dice, and I'm planning to get more. Yeah. So just use the discount code Barovia Dice 10, and then you'll see a 10% off on all of the dice. Meron din from Chessex, meron yung mga Q Workshop also, like yung mga Batman dice is also there. So that's 10% off until November 5, which is gonna give you like a week to get all of these dice if you want. Yeah. Since you
Yeah.
played D&D, I discovered the importance of dice. Yeah. And then lastly, ay hindi pa pala lastly. Lastly na ba? Hold up. Oh yeah. Okay, so we're launching this vaccination promo. If you're near our stores, this is nice to have. And if you're not a member yet in Gaming Library, before the year ends, hopefully you reach silver, and this could help you. This is a 5% off in all our stores, physical stores. Just present your vaccination card. Let them check it. If you're fully vaxxed, straight up 5% off. Of course, one what do you call this? One discount code, one promo per purchase, so you can choose either your GL membership or this vaccination card. If you're still bronze, this is higher than your discount, so this is 5% off, so you can choose that. But if you're like gold or currently higher than that, I suggest just use your GL membership discount. Yeah.
Yep.
And then lastly, you may play in our stores. Yes, a group of 4 in one table can play into our stores. We just we recently asked yung mall admins na pwede na daw, since we're at alert. And but we're gonna the thing is we're gonna keep everything clean. We're gonna fix all our demo copies. You may bring in your stuff. We just have a couple of guidelines, which I actually can show you in real life games. Yes, Lance, in real life games, you can play in real life games into our stores now.
In
Um,
real life games.
yeah. Okay.
Oh, exciting.
Very quickly, let me just show this. Okay, ito yung vaccination. 5% off. Just present your vaccination card, and it's only applicable syempre sa board games, not on your sleeves. So hopefully you guys would understand why hindi siya sa sleeves. But your board games, 5% straight up. And then
Kasi pag
um,
nagpa-vaccinate ka, walang sleeves.
that is, that's
Di
very
na-gets ni
smart.
Willow yung
That's
joke.
very smart.
Badams.
And then here's the last one. Play safely at Gaming Library. You can play now in our stores. We just have a couple of guidelines to follow. Let me zoom in para you guys can know. This was taken old na. Tapos we put
Old
masks
na yun,
pa
no?
on the people, just so you guys know. Yan. So you can play safely at Gaming Library. Number 1, you all must be fully vaccinated. Number 2, you must wear your mask all the time, so that everyone na lang in store and all our customers and even our staff are all safe. Just so you guys know, all our staff currently in all our stores are fully vaccinated also.
Yes.
So that's a plus. Players are responsible for sanitizing and arranging games. We will provide for alcohol and hand sanitizers by your table. So every time you play with your games or even our games or demos, please kayo na lang kumuha and kayo na lang mag-ayos. And if you need help in setting up, we do have staff. But for the most part, hopefully, you guys can set it up para less contact with
Yeah, we want to
people.
minimize
Yep.
yung contact, still be very, very safe.
Yeah. And then, of course, first come, first serve. We do have a couple of tables for each store. We will still have a demo table. So if you just want to stay and see the game for like 5 minutes, you may do that. But if you're really sitting down and playing with a group, and maybe you just bought a game, pwede nyo gamitin yung table na to. Maximum of 4 players per table just to keep everyone in social distancing. And then we will charge 50 pesos per player for the whole day. This is for upkeep, for fixing the games, and of course for us to open new games so that you can enjoy more games while you are staying there. There is a promo though that if you buy the game in our store and you just want to play it and you want to try it out in the store, you do have a free 1 hour to try it out for staff to teach you. You may use the table for free. Aayusin na lang ng staff for you. Yun. But yeah, you can now play in our stores, but please still be safe. Still look out if you have symptoms or not. Huwag niyo napilitin mag-game day. Let's still keep our area safe. Also, yung games natin safe inside the store so that if someone else buys it, hindi naman magkakahawan or anything like that. But hopefully, we can get and start playing in our stores very soon. Yeah. Okay, I think I got my
Yep. So
nice.
that's very exciting news, 'di ba? Kasi we're gonna actually Will and I were talking. We're gonna uh be hosting like a small, very small kasi four people lang. So me,
Very
Willow,
soon.
and maybe two other people will play sa store so that we can try it out.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. If
yeah,
if
and
meron two tables in that place, I'll announce it in Glive Game Night. And then maybe a small meetup pero at most eight per store. That would be the ano kasi four tables, four tables. If you just want to drop by and say hello, then that's fine. But to really sit down and play, we're gonna limit it first to the number of tables available at four maximum capacity. Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. Sabi ni Gino, witty Dwayne rocking up 1 points so early. Yeah. Mark, good evening, GL Fambam. Welcome to the stream. You're in YouTube now. Thank you for trying out the YouTube. Ano. Hopefully it's
Hello,
nice
Mark.
there also. And Vivian says, yung naka first dose pa lang, may 2.5% off din. No, we need it fully
Na
vaccinated on your cards.
unless kung if you got the vaccine na only one dose.
Yeah. Pwede rin yun. And Lance
Pero
says,
yeah, hopefully you just get the full set of vaccination tas we can play na safely. Again, we want to get back playing in real life, pero we want to do it safely.
yeah.
Safety is paramount.
I'm so excited to do that, to be honest. Like I know it's really
Ako
fun
rin.
interacting with you guys on stream, but it's
Tat
it's just
Tatambling lang ako papuntang Siang.
it's so fun to like really talk to people, play physically yung mga games na you move the pieces yourself. I miss
Yes.
I miss doing that. Sabi ni Lance, help, I forgot how to people. I don't think so. I think you tell
Yeah,
stories
me
very
me
well.
too. We don't know how to people anymore.
And good evening, Danilin.
Good
Welcome
evening,
to the stream.
Dan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh, Wait, John says is asking, will the 5% discount for fully vaccinated individuals still be applied for online purchases? So this is only for store
For
purchases.
only in-store
Yeah.
purchases.
So you'll have to physically show your Vax card. So hopefully you brought it with you when you're in store. And hopefully maabot nyo na yung gold before the year ends. Just a reminder for you guys, we do have our GLX promo until the end of the year. Na nag-GL level up tayo ng membership discounts natin.
Yeah.
It's gonna
Minsan lang
return.
mag 10
Oh
years
yeah,
ang gaming life.
babalik din yan to our normal rates once the year ends. So hopefully you guys take advantage of that. Sad. Well, don't force yourself
Well,
for the 5% to go into the store
just
if
stay
you're far.
tuned kasi malapit na rin naman ang what happens in November? 11/11 or Black Friday. Yeah, so
And
you know what? Just
secret.
stay tuned. Madaming pasabog si Willow. So don't be sad.
Madami rin naman tayo ginagawa in the online store, guys. So
Yeah.
we have our own thing. We have let's see. Abangan nyo na lang what we're gonna do for
Abangan nyo
November
na
and
lang.
December. Yan. But
Okay.
yeah, we do have a GL question of the stream since tonight we're gonna be talking about our scary first
First
times.
times.
And
Our
uh,
scary first times.
I know it's a different kind of scary, but I think it's really nice to talk about since in GL we also did a lot of first times. Syempre yung streaming that was like a year ago. Recently, this month only, first time ko mag D&D, first time namin nag-paint. So we have a
First
lot to
time
talk
I've been
about. If you do have a story about your first time in playing a board game,
board
maybe a
game,
hobby,
any hobby.
yeah, or your first time just doing anything, just if it's an interesting story, just let us know, pagkwentuhan natin, and let's talk. This is gonna be our first vodcast na it's
Nice.
just me and Dwayne talking. So if you guys are doing something, you're washing dishes, cooking, or maybe you're eating na, you can just put us by your table, and then we'll just be here and talk. But we do appreciate if you guys do wanna comment and chat with us on the comments also. Mark Ellis, wait lang. May question tayo. Sabi niya, orders via G-Life does not stack in gaming libraries site. Uh,
What do you mean does not stack? Your
your
orders in G Life counts for your loyalty program.
Yes, yes, it
Kasi
does.
when you order through G Live, it will be linked to your gaming library account. So
Yes.
whatever you purchase through G Live, it will be accumulated. Tapos if you reach the certain level, your loyalty will level up.
Yeah. Just make sure that your email or your number is the same with your
Mhm.
gaming live account talaga. Yan. Yan. Okay, so we're gonna be talking about our scary first times. Hindi ko papalampasin tong comment na to kasi natawa ako. Sabi ni Luvin, first time I heard Dwayne's voice sa Discord, I got scared. What happened?
Really?
What happened with that? Where did
Why?
you hear Dwayne's first? What When was the first time
Do
you
I have
heard
a
Dwayne's
scary
voice?
voice?
Maybe it was just that day.
I don't
But
know.
but yeah, so we're gonna be talking about scary first times. This month has been a really fun month in G Live. I hope you guys have been enjoying the shows and the live streams also. But one of the highlights for me is I really like trying new things. And I do get scared with those things, but I do like discovering new things. Maybe finding out if this is a hobby for me. This is something that I want to do long term. But we did two big things, I would say, for me, which is painting and D&D.
True.
So sobrang fun. I guess we'll talk about in like a chronological order na lang now. First one, we did our painting. We painted our first miniatures. How was that for you, Dwayne?
Well, to be honest, I have been very hesitant getting into painting miniatures for the longest time.
Mm-hmm.
Kasi the usual, I thought it would be hard. I thought I would not be good at it. I thought I will mess up. Pero once I was able to get into it, tapos Terry and Franz were there and Carl was there to help,
Yeah.
and then the community were giving lots of tips. Na uh, I'm getting more and more confidence with my brush strokes. I'm parang, oh, I want to do this. How do I do that? That's the question. Parang
Yeah.
and at the end of the night, kasi gabi yun, I really had so much fun kasi parang relaxing lang siya talaga na parang, parang painting, gano'n. Tapos parang at the end, parang you'll create something new, ganyan.
Yeah.
Tapos parang you feel very accomplished afterwards. So that was
Yeah.
my first. How about you, Willow? How was your first time painting?
uh yeah, so for my first time painting, I'm not a very uh dexterous person, if I could say. So parang my hands don't do the things my brain wants it to do.
Parang you want to do this pero you can't.
It's Why is it not doing what's on my mind? That's basically what I think about every time. And this was a kind of a big thing for me because I rarely paint. I rarely hold a paintbrush. The most artistic thing that I think I would do would be like editing videos, using Canva or like Procreate on my iPad, but nothing of like physical painting, ganyan. I would do it for like really, really special occasions and if ever I have to. But my brother knows this na siya yung tinatawag ko if I have a project that I have to do na physical and siya na yung magpe-paint for me. So this one was a challenge and especially like uh, I knew that a lot of people were really good at this and a lot of the people from our hobby really know how to paint miniatures.
Mhm. Yeah.
um I didn't want to disappoint people. That's what I was scared of like having a plain black miniature at the end of the stream. That was I was scared of that. I mean,
Oh,
if yeah,
oh yeah, double scary pala. Scary because it's first time painting, then scarier because you're doing it on stream with live people watching. Parang,
yeah,
mm.
yeah. um yeah, if you guys I know you guys don't know, but the night before I we had that stream, I was messaging Carl, our resident painter, uh na okay, I have my paints, I have my paintbrush, what else do I need? And he was listing everything for me, and then I set it up on my table before like rested, and I was just looking at it. I said parang hindi enough to, parang I need more things. I feel like I'm not yet an artist to ready to paint, uh to show people how painting is fun and is really nice, no. And I was messaging him up to like almost midnight. Ganun ako naging scared to like really try it kasi I was excited. Don't get me wrong. I was excited, but I was scared that yun nga, I would disappoint like people at the end of the stream na parang ano ba yan? What is this painting? Ganyan. What is this miniature painting? But it was really fun. But I think when dun sa stream, at the 30-minute mark or the 1 hour mark, after we explained all the announcements, all of these and they were teaching us na how to really paint, even to the point na me putting down the paints on the palette, I was really scared.
Yeah.
I didn't want to waste paint. I didn't want to I guess it's just me. I don't want to waste things kasi dun sa na they gave us this, we'll try to do it. Yeah, so but after that initial barrier of like painting the miniature, and getting into the flow, and be everyone in the comments being all supportive, people from Pilipintados were there. All
Super.
sila, Terry was telling us that you can just do it. Carl was just saying just do it, just try it out, we can remove it afterwards if you think it's not nice, ganyan. And then you feel like parang okay, this is like a free form thing to like really express myself, and even if it's not the best work na compared to like other miniature paints na nakikita ko, parang it could be scary at the start, pero once you really get into it and people there supporting you, parang yeah, it's a really fun hobby.
Pero I totally agree. Parang, it's, the scariest part is parang the moments before you take the plunge.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's one way rin how to face fear in the broad sense in life. Na para, have you ever tried cliff diving, Willow?
I have, pero I choose really like where and when I feel good about it. Yeah.
Okay, sige. I love doing it, pero always, all the time, it's the moment na you're standing on the ledge, it's the
Mm-hmm.
scariest.
Yeah.
Pero once you parang you let go, you jump off, and then you take the plunge, that's the moment na parang you're in the moment, you're enjoying it, tas parang
Yeah.
woo, ang saya. Pero
Yeah.
I think ganun rin what I felt with miniature painting. Parang when we were doing the stream, parang the first we're asking a lot of questions. Parang we're unsure. Na parang we're trying to delay really putting a paint on the miniature kasi parang it feels permanent. Pero once we start getting into it, there was a part in the stream na parang tahimik na lang kami ni Willow na parang uh, focus na, parang na-enjoy na namin.
Yeah.
And I think yun yung, that's the part uh, that we have to overcome in order to enjoy more things in life. Na parang once you take the plunge, you get to enjoy the things that you might love,
Yeah.
like
You
miniature painting.
Yeah, you'll see na at the start kasi when you're looking at all of these people like enjoying miniature painting, you my point of view was that's not for me. Hindi ko ma-enjoy yun as much as they're enjoying it. Kasi you can see like really people who took that dive and tried this hobby. Parang you see na sobrang na-enjoy nila. And they're so
Oo,
proud of
parang
their works na parang ang ganda ng ginawa ko, parang ganun. And I was like, okay, if I ever do like try it, I wouldn't even post it. I won't I won't show it to people kasi I can see the imperfections and that's just me maybe, but I don't like uh pag hindi perfect yung things na ginawa ko.
I I I
Very
I also feel that.
yeah.
Parang
But yeah.
pag it's like some sort of accountability.
Mhm.
Parang okay, hindi pa perfect. I won't show it to anyone. I'll just wait
Yeah.
until it's perfect. Pero yun nga, when you open yourself up to people and the community is amazing.
Oh yeah.
Uh parang I felt that I learned faster because they
Mhm.
were there guiding us, and I opened myself up to making mistakes na parang okay, it's okay to make this mistake, you can correct this. Tas parang it's okay to alam mo yun, sometimes we fear that we might look stupid
Yeah.
na parang oh my god, bakit ang basic naman ng mga tanong ko, hindi ko pa
Yeah.
yun alam. Pero once you overcome that, you ask questions, you have fun, and people are very helpful, the community will embrace you. You get better faster.
Yeah. Let's get back to the community. Let's talking about the community
Yeah,
afterwards.
speaking.
But we do have a couple of people who answered the GL question.
Yes, please,
Let's
please
check
do
it out.
share.
Mark says for the GL question of the stream, when I first entered the board gaming hobby, I was scared to socialize. I am a very introverted guy before, and I don't know how to socialize. It was a roller coaster ride. Sabi niya, I was like having anxiety that people might not like me or will never play with me again. I'm glad that it didn't go that way and people are still open to play with me. I remember, Mark, your first days in the board gaming hobby. You actually entered one of the moments na I think the first time I interacted with you, you entered our board game mystery wheel and you won the Clank legacy from there. And then I asked to actually meet you in Shang and to give you all of these games so I could take a picture of you because you did buy a lot of that mystery boxes. So I took a picture of you and posted it online. And I did feel that you were like you were scared to like interact with people na parang uh hindi naman ako kilala dito, nanalo ako ng Clank Legacy on stream, even on stream, because you were commenting, wow, it's my first time that I won anything in ano. And I'm just happy that you're still here up to until now, and you're one of our loyal viewers always saying, good evening, GL Fambam, and
Yeah.
I'm really happy that you're here, enjoying the hobby with us. Yeah.
Speaking of Clank Legacy, actually, Mark posted, parang, was it in the G Live community? Who wants to join in a Clank Legacy campaign?
Mm-hmm.
Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, Legacy, sure. But I don't know Mark. Comment lang ako. And then later on, we're now six games in. Unfortunately, hindi pa namin mapatuloy because of scheduling, and nagkaroon ng long hiatus because of the ECQ. Pero I'm really happy that I got to know you, and that's the beauty of board gaming. You get to meet lots of amazing people.
Yeah. Actually, my first time on like meeting, like really socializing with people also was a basically a dive, a blind dive into the hobby. I've told this a hundred times, no, hindi naman, a couple of times before yung story na to. I just downloaded the board game app on my phone, And then I found Benj and I think Rainier na nasa BGC area because I was living in BGC for a while. And then I just told them na I have this collection. Do you guys want to play through the app? And then as in random people coming into like my place so that we could play. And grabe, I I was so happy na I took that dive. Kasi if I didn't do that, I don't think I would be lasting into the hobby. Kasi syempre ako lang yung nagtuturo. If it's just me playing and then I have to go to board game cafes to even just interact with people, I wouldn't meet like people who want to play with me talaga. You know, it's a different feeling. Yeah. But yeah, that was my first time. Ano.
Wow.
We have more. Gino says,
Yes.
can't forget my first time playing a mega game at Ludo Jupiter
Ooh,
for Watch the Skies. I
watch
remember
the
that.
skies.
Can't remember which year, but I think Dwayne was there too. You were there?
I was there.
Nice. Sabi niya, had no idea what to expect, was so nervous, a full day of roleplay and people with peoples. Our group played the media team. Oh, that's very
Oh,
fun.
were you with Carlo Ibarra, Gino?
The mega game is like
Yeah, sige.
the yeah, go ahead.
I'll explain na lang Watch the Skies. Watch the Skies is like a mix of board game because there's a real board and role-playing game. We play as leaders of countries, and there is an alien team, and we
Mm-hmm.
don't know what the alien team wants to do. Are they benevolent? Do they want peace, or do they want to uh, kill all the humans? We don't know. And
Yeah.
through the course of the game, we will interact with each other, try to avert wars, solve crises like in the UN, and try to figure out what the aliens want to do. So it's heavy role play, it's board game, and it's a lot of things happening at the same time. And it's super fun kasi when we first joined, we were Team Japan. So naka kimono kami, basta, as in we have flags, and the other teams, my team India, team US, team UK, they're also in costume, and you're gonna
Sounds fun.
interact with other countries, and you have to figure out what are the country's objectives and how can you deal with them, and what are the alien objectives and how to deal with them. It was super fun, pero I can see na it's also very scary then, especially
Yeah.
if it's the first time, kasi people people just get into the role play part of it.
Hmm. And you don't know if are they mad at you for
Yeah,
for
are they
real
mad, or
or
are they role playing mad?
yeah. I think that's a nice thing to get into then later when like we're doing RPG first times. Uh yung moments na ganun. But yeah, thank you Gino for sharing. If you
Thank you
guys
for
have more
sharing.
stories of your first times maybe playing a board game, a certain board game, maybe you can share with us here the first time you played your favorite board game now.
Yes.
That feeling is also different. Maybe you can share that or anything first time. Share it with us. We'll read that your story in on stream. But yeah, going back to miniature painting and the community, I just want to say it's one of the most welcoming communities na that involves like making something. I think I was really scared when we were going into it. Kasi nga there's like established groups, si Pilipintados. There were like established artists who were making all of these things. And then some of our friends, yung mga Warhammer friends natin na nagbo-board game din, like I know that they do the miniature paintings and magaganda yung ginagawa nila. And I just want to say they're really welcoming. Like sila Terry pa lang, Fran, sila Carlos. They really supported us. And even after the stream, I just want to say, like a couple of people really messaged me that they said na "Oh, maganda yung pinaint mo. You can continue. This is how you can improve. I saw your brush. I'll send some to you. I want to show this.
Wait, Terry sent brushes to you?
No, it wasn't Terry, but it was our friend Mikey. He said yeah, he sent me brushes. He showed me a really cool technique
Penge.
from like Shopee. So I'm really excited. Sobrang nagulat ako with like the community na since I like you did your first step into like the hobby. They're there to support you, and parang how continue try keep doing it. Maybe we can help you try keep painting your miniatures, how you can improve ganyan. And yeah, I just want to say na sobrang helpful and ano nila, supportive.
I think that's very important point that you've uh, discussed, Willow. Yung parang as a community, you're very inviting, you're very welcoming. Kasi that's how you grow your community eh. Kasi
Yeah,
because there are lots of, we're in the board gaming hobby, and that's why we do these shows, kasi we want to invite more people in, and we want to, hey, don't be scared, we will guide you along the way. Same with a lot of other hobbies, 'di ba? Na parang the more inviting you the community, parang the more people will get into the hobby that you're in, and the more
yeah,
people will stay in the hobby.
yeah,
Kasi kasi ang fun ng people eh.
yep. That's one of the things I enjoy most about like board gaming. Uh, it's the people interacting with people. That's why I love games na I know there are people who really like point salad games, but there are games na parang I really have to talk to you, maybe tell you that this is my plan but betray you at the end. Yung mga ganun na ano, kasi I love interacting with people, and yun yung most of the games that I actually love playing. So I like what Lance is saying here. Kaka-comment niya lang, sabi niya, come for the hobby, stay for the people.
That is
uh,
so true.
yeah. And I think we are um we're doing our best to really like do that for the people, lalo na yung first timers who come to the stream, no. I mean,
Yes.
we do try their like yung mga Pilipintados who watch, they try, we try their painting, they can try our board games, mga ganon. So it's very nice to like interact with different people from different hobbies also. But yeah, thank you, sobrang ano yung supportive. Like I thought Pilipintados, my first ano of Pilipintados was like they're gonna say that my painting looked looked bad. Yun yung una-una ko na ano. Ay, di ba, when we ended the
Yeah,
stream nung
we
painting,
were
we
we
were
were in
talking
the
about it.
stream. We were saying, okay, after painting, let's post it in Flipentadas. And I'm like, really, Willow, we're posting it there? That our works? That's parang, okay, fine. No, let's do this. Let's post it. Parang, yeah,
Yeah.
again, take the plunge, even though it's scary. Because that's how you learn and grow. Tapos parang
Yeah.
later on, people are like, that's nice. Tapos parang there was one person na parang yung belt buckle was really great. So parang you really
Yeah.
get constructive feedback. Uh, Parang again, it's part of facing your fears, taking the plunge, opening yourself up to new experiences, so that you might like it in the
Yeah.
end.
Yeah. May mga comments kanina,
Yeah, just
sabi
keep it coming in. Yung mga comments, we want to
uh
hear from you guys.
John was saying that the idea of painting my minis is plain terrifying to me. I don't want to end up dissatisfied with the results. That was my
The
I was
same.
scared also. Sabi niya, I'd rather have unpainted minis than poorly painted ones, which is saddening. To be honest, this miniature, this is actually a friend's, his unmatched copy.
Oh no.
Uh yeah. And syempre, for me, parang double pressure kasi it's his Robin Hood. I told him I'm gonna do my best, but he said when I showed it to him, he said, it's not that bad. So, uh, I mean, he said no, you can keep it that way. I was saying why. I can remove it. I can try to make it like look like Robin Hood again. He said, that's a talking piece now, like your first miniature, painted miniature, and every time I'm gonna open like the game, this is something that I can tell the story of na first time mo na painting. Imagine if gumaling ako magpainting, sa sabi niya, or gumaling ka magpainting, I have your first miniature. And I think it's nice to think about it that way, na parang yes, it's scary na your miniature would be destroyed, quote unquote, but having a piece that you created, even if it's not the best, is uh is really nice to see for your character development and for your you appreciate the things that you did. So yeah, I just want to share that with John. And I think if you're really scared, try one miniature of one game that you don't play as much, and then you'll see it's not that bad.
Yeah, I agree with what you said, Willow, na parang may someone a friend told me na pag ano yung parang ang pinaghihirapan minamahal. So parang if you really put that effort into painting your mini, even though it's
Mhm.
parang if you compare it to the best out there or from the works ng Pilipintados, it's still special to you because you made it.
Yeah,
You put your effort, you put your heart and soul into it, and it makes it more memorable.
yeah,
Yun lang. I mean, up to you if you really want to take the plunge and paint your mini kasi you might find it a very rewarding experience. And if you still have questions, there's a well, I cannot offer me and Willow
I'll I'll
as
offer me
sage
if you just want to
advice.
start. If you just
I
want to
mean,
start.
we have the newbie mindset, mga newbie tips, pero there's the community out there. We can get Terry and Franz to meet up so that we can teach you how to paint and yun lang. It will make connections and
Yeah.
networking.
Sabi din ni Nathan, I know, right? Parang katakot kasi maruin ang mini eh. You're not ruining your mini, you're making it personal,
Yeah.
I would say. Like me, this mini, even if you say that I made a rogue Thanos, I know how I made this. Like I know that there's a deeper brown color at the first layer, and then eventually naging lighten siya. And then I was thinking of a story, that's why I put blood dun sa arrow. All of these, ano, it's something that you create, and it's really I really enjoy. I put this now on my table on my desk when I work and when I because it's something that it's my first time creating something na of
Yep.
this and even I'm so proud even showing this to my brother who paints. Kahit sabi niya parang ang dilim. Sabi ko hindi kasi rogue siya so medyo shadow talaga. Kailangan shadowy figure siya. Ginagano ko siya. It's my personal take on this miniature. Yeah.
Yung take ko naman dun sa statement ni was it Nathan? What
Yeah.
if you're really good and you made your mini better? 'Di
Yeah.
ba? 'Di ba? It's two ways to look at it. Half glass, half empty or half full, 'di ba?
No, yeah.
What if you can make it better, 'di ba? Why always think that you will ruin something?
Yep. You should try it at least once. Sorry, we're
Go.
talking Sam, welcome to the stream.
Hey
Also,
Sam.
Aina, welcome to the stream. Wait, I'll read that quickly and then sabi ni Carlos, mag-painting session na tayo. Okay. I think this one's a story. Yeah, there you go. Sabi ni Aina, the first time I returned to board gaming was last 2020 during the pandemic. I was surprised to learn that there are more board games. There are board game communities in the Philippines and was disappointed in myself for not knowing earlier. I do not have friends who are board gamers. I used to play with literal strangers, but I'm so glad I was able to make friends in the community who are nice, helpful, and generous people. I wish I met them sooner. Welcome to the stream. I'm happy na may stories na ganito kasi
Yeah.
uh that was kind of my goal when we started like live streaming differently. Because G Live, if you guys didn't know, G Live was just us playing board games in the office after hours, and then pandemic happened, and I told the people in gaming library na I think I want to do a live stream na since we're all at home now, we still get to chat and find new people in the community, uh, learn about people, learn about new games together, and even now, diba, parang discovering all of these hobbies that we can do that are adjacent or could help us in our board gaming journey. So I'm happy that you somehow went into the stream and you viewed us and you are part of the community. I appreciate that you're here, Aina. Yeah.
Yeah, this one really spoke to me because I got into the hobby through my lead in the office. It's Miss Gemma. She dropped by in the stream one time. Tapos parang, Miss Gemma, she brought games in the office. Pero we were playing the office. I didn't know anything about the community. Tapos later on, I found out Ludo, and I found out that there's a regular group that meets there.
Mhm.
It's Ron and DJ and many other people. Tapos parang I'm like, again, super scared kasi parang I don't know them. They don't know me. They're basically strangers. But I'm like, no, let's do this. Can I join you? And they're like, yeah, sure, join. We're gonna meet this time. This
Mm,
time you can
yeah.
join. And now we're now here.
Yeah. Like one of my closest friends right now, I just met through board gaming also. Yung nag he just asked who wants to learn about Scythe in BGC, and I was in BGC,
Side,
and then I just said, "Okay, I'm down to join to meet you guys." Total stranger, met
total
him.
stranger.
We played board games. We did more like parties the board games ganyan. Eventually, like now we play video games together, and we really play together. Maglalaro kami ng Gloomhaven campaign together. I mean,
Nice.
from a total stranger to like a really good friend. You parang very nice yung to find that there. John Irvin, I had a friend who encouraged me to start painting with toy soldiers first if you really want to hone the skill first before tackling your prize minis. But because of such fear, I still have my 85 minis unpainted. John, are you near one of our stores? That's my first question. Uh, Nathan also said, my wife said she wanted to try painting my minis, and I also wanted to try it now, especially since I paint a paint stripper can reset any failed work, pero sold out na yung Arcus paint sample pack. Yeah, unfortunately, ang daming umano ng sample pack when they saw us painting, but hopefully we're gonna get some soon, first week of November. Yeah. Lance,
Yun nga,
yeah.
it's also a fun activity to do with your friends and family. Imagine na parang you're in the table, tas may mga minis kayo, tas parang you're paint, tas parang, oh, ano na ginawa mo dyan?
Yeah.
Ganyan. Or if we can do it like in store,
Mm-hmm.
we can get Carl, tas parang magpe-paint tayo together. That would be fun.
Yeah. Sabi ni Lance, painting session at Gaming Lab. I'm
Yun,
thinking about it now. Like in
let's
Shang,
do it.
there's gonna be two tables. We can paint there if you guys you really wanna go. I'll go to show you that even a newbie can
Even a newbie can
paint
paint.
like that. Yeah. Uh, yeah. Carlos painting session party. And Carlos will make a tutorial on wet palette. I really want to learn about wet palettes because
Me
I
too.
I learned that the dry palette does dry up really quickly.
It dries
So
up.
yeah.
Na parang, frustrating. I already mixed this color that I wanted. Tas para it's dried na. I'm gonna mix again. Pero, again, we learn new skills along the way. And nagla-level up
Sabi ni Lance,
tayo.
free na daw siya bukas. Ano guys,
La!
schedule.
Bukas
Agad-agad.
ka agad. Wait, tinatapos ko pa kasi yung costume ko for Halloween.
Yeah. Eto, Gino, I like this one. Gino also said, I remember also when you guested Mommy Lala and she brought in her audience interacting sa stream. So refreshing to see more people join and learn about the hobby. It was actually really fun because we guested her into the stream and she guested me on her stream naman.
Mhm.
So people learned about we were talking about board games and teaching board games and learning things through board games a lot. So sobrang natuwa ako actually yung mga like uh mga parents were there and they were asking a lot of questions sa akin. Even my parents were watching from Thailand nun. And not they were like, galing na pala ni Willow magturo ng ano. And I'm like so happy na parang, oh yeah, they're teachers din kasi. So sabi ko, pwede ba ako maging teacher na? Yeah, but that was really fun to get like more people into the hobby also. That's also a
Yeah.
first time. That was like one of the first G Live collabs that we did. Na we guest on someone else's live stream and they guest on ours. So yeah, Mami Lala was a
Yep.
highlight for
We're gonna do more of that kasi yung mga it's the crossovers we didn't know that
we could
we
have.
needed.
Yeah, yeah.
Tapos parang
Uh,
when the hobbies intersect, interact, parang you'll get
mhm,
to know people. Tapos parang, ay wow, may mga mommies rin pala na into board games.
yeah,
May ganitong board games pala na great for kids, but also enjoyable for adults. Parang
yeah,
you learn a lot of things by meeting new people.
yeah.
And they're
Uh,
awesome.
John, you're from Santa Mesa. You have a location in San Juan. Uh,
I
is there a
think the
way for you
closest
to
would be
get to
Shang.
Yeah, Shangri-La?
Santa
If you're
Mesa to
on
Shang is just one
one ride, I
show.
think. Yeah. If you're part of G Live community na, sige, we'll sched. I do wanna sched a G Live Paint day.
Let's do that.
If you wanna just try, we'll bring our stuff. If you wanna, I'll bring a miniature for you, so you can try if you want. I think it's a really fun thing to do. But I encourage you to bring yours so that you can make your own story. Yeah.
Yes.
But abangan nyo na lang in G Live Game Night community, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, I guess we can move on to the other thing that we
Yep.
first time did. Well, me first time, which is D&D.
D&D. Yes. Sige, while you're mentally preparing, we played D&D last Wednesday. Our dungeon master or our game master, Lance,
Yeah.
she's amazing. She's a good friend of mine, and she's actually in the comments. So, para,
She
hi,
is. Yeah.
Lance.
Hi,
Do you
lads.
want to jump in the stream and share your thoughts about running for first timers? Pero yun na, we wanted to do this for a long time because D&D has been parang D&D and board gaming, they go like this. Like
Very.
the role playing aspect plus the mechanical aspect, rolling dice, a lot of things happening na you'll get to enjoy both as a board gamer or a role play you play role playing games. So, Willow, how was
Yeah.
your first
I
time?
okay. I just wanna ask people on stream right now watching us. Who hasn't tried playing D&D, or you're wanting to try D&D, but you don't have like people to play with or anything that let us know in the comments. But I do want to share why why we actually made this um vodcast. Yeah, so it was my first time playing D&D nung Wednesday, and I had a blast. I would say uh, I didn't know it was 5 hours, so apologies for the people who who were watching tas tumagal yung stream, but I was enjoying it like very much. And thank you again, DM Lance, for the show, and hopefully may nahook na kasi dun sa story ng three brothers. Hopefully in the future we can continue that story. May mga naiyak pa. I was seeing comments na naiyak sila dun sa last part. So hopefully we can have like a continuation to that. But yeah, first time playing D&D, I was same thing. Same thing with my miniature painting. I was messaging Dwayne the night before naman. Right? I was messaging him the whole day na parang actually the whole week I was messaging you like, Dwayne, do I need to prepare anything? Okay na ba yung ginawa natin dun sa my character creation? Do I buy stuff with the gold? Should I get all of these things? Is my tiefling rogue okay? Is it too basic? Is it too ganyan? I was really scared kasi it was the first time we were gonna do like a D&D show. I know we do have Carlos for like D&D in stores and everything, but really translating it into like the live stream, I've watched I binged watched D&D stuff so that you guys could somehow enjoy naman yung show. But yeah, I was really anxious getting into it kasi one, I'm not really into like that role playing aspect of things. I do love themes. I can get into that. I can force myself to get into that. I do like acting. I do like
Yes.
yeah, ganyan. But in game, parang for me, like I don't know what to expect from like D&D. I I was very anxious knowing if I have enough dice, if I was rolling the right dice, if people were gonna see my dice, if they would enjoy seeing my dice or not. But to be honest, when we started playing, after that initial intro, and I did that slash dun sa caravan and did the black backflip, and I was like, I can do anything I want
I'm
in
like,
in this. I can do
backflip.
anything I want in this game. And then I really started getting my mind into the game. And to be in the game, there was like a flip nung switch na parang think that you are in the world. Parang ganon. And DM Lance sobrang galing nung ginawa niya. And sobrang dami lang na highlights and all of these things that ran into my mind na honestly na medyo nabitawan ko yung pag-ayos ng stream. Kaya may mga echo nung times. Even the music pala wasn't heard. Uh, yeah, I just really got into D&D. And we were talking about this last night, Dwayne.
Yep.
And I think umabot na rin tayo ng 30 minutes just talking about D&D. Kaya parang ngayon, I don't know if if I'm repeating myself or not.
Well,
But
let me refresh you. So the first thing that we did was character creation. So parang let me ask you, how did you come up with your character Angelo?
uh for character Angelo, we I just wanted to be cool, to be honest. I had this vision of like me playing an MMORPG, which I always do, and I love always yung mga fast players doing damage, being cool, being all mysterious, having that hood when I don't want to see a person, and that's how I created Angelo. Yeah, I don't know what like. Pansin nyo naman, hindi naman creative kasi Angelo was just my second name. So I just put in Angelo into the ano, into my
Actually,
character.
thinking about it, I thought intentional yung Angelo kasi parang your character is a tiefling, isa siyang ano, half devil, half human. So
Yeah,
parang ako, may is it
pero good pala siya.
big brain willow na calling his character Angelo kasi he's playing a devil character. So parang medyo shady criminal type pero I'm gonna call him Angelo para ooh, big brain. I'm like I like where you're going. So
Yeah,
parang
so
good job.
yeah. When we had that session 0, uh well actually we had that session how what do you call
Oh yeah.
well character creation is session 0, tama ba?
In a D&D game, we usually have a session zero. A session zero is when the group of players talk to the DM and set out your expectations because
Mhm.
D&D is a very personal game kasi you put yourself into the game, you role play it. Uh, what are the things that you are looking forward into the game? Tapos parang what are the things that you parang maybe we want for this stream we want something na Halloween theme, medyo horror kasi Halloween nga and we have a newbie, so we want to highlight na how D&D would work for a newbie. So those are the things that you talk in a session zero. Also in a session zero, pero not not all the time kasi medyo matagal actually ang character creation. You do your characters or you talk about what kind of characters you'll build and what we decided as the players we wanted to para meron ng established backstories. We wanted to be siblings so that meron ng existing relationship
Yeah.
na we don't want na parang we're total strangers, we have to work together. At least in this game, we're already siblings and but we haven't met each other for a long time.
Yeah.
So
Like
parang it's like a
years apart.
reunion of
Yeah.
sorts. Tapos we're all different characters, but we at the core we're siblings. We love each other and we're gonna defend each other no matter what. So
Yeah.
that's
Uh
that's that's
I
part of
just
the session
yeah.
zero.
Nung session 0 pa lang when we started talking to DM Lance, like I didn't know what to expect. I was scared na parang hindi ko masasabayan um yung story or hindi ko ma maisip yung dapat iniisip ng character ko, if that makes sense.
Mhm.
Um
Parang you Kasi sometimes you think as a player, and
Yeah.
then sometimes you parang the best D&D moments is when you are in your in character.
Yeah. Yeah.
Parang what would Angelo do in this moment?
Yeah. And that session zero. So we had the session zero and we had the session 0.5, I guess, when me and Dwayne were making our characters. That session 0.5 in the character creation, it took like an hour, 30 minutes or an hour, something like that. But it really helped me get into the thinking of Angelo as the character. Um, and of course, sobrang supportive kasi ni Dwayne kasi D&D, you really wanted to do the D&D thing. And I told you it's my first time. I don't know if I can do it. Just said, I'm going to guide you through it. And thank you for that. Also, really, like we said kanina, na being your first time in a certain hobby is not as scary if you have someone to be with or someone supporting you.
Yep.
And I felt the same dito sa first D&D. With you supporting even Carlos and all of these yung mga viewers natin, sila Gino, I remember sila Rain, sila uh so all of these people on stream, they were telling us na please do D&D. We really want to see you guys play D&D. And I kind of pushed it a bit dun sa calendar kasi nga I knew myself na I've never played D&D. I was scared to like jump into it and then give you guys a show na parang hindi maganda. Uh, but when we started doing everything na parang I put dipped into my toes. Honestly, even yung start ng show when DM Lance asked me what is a normal day for Angelo, I was like,
Mm, she put me in the spot.
what? Even though she told us not to think about it, I
Spotlight,
was like,
center
uh,
stage.
yeah, I'm in a shed. Very basic yung mga sinabi ko. But I'm not sure if you guys noticed, but like almost an hour or 30 minutes into the story, I was I was into it na talaga. I was really thinking in that world. I was thinking how Angelo would do things. I even in one part I even remember na you guys were telling me to 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 do something, but I showed you my character sheet. I said, but Angelo sees good in everyone. And then I went back and decided na yeah, I'll do the good thing. So yeah.
Sige. Pahingahin ka muna ikaw. Let's check it. Check the comments section. Let's read up what the people are saying because we're talking about D&D.
Here you go.
Let's
You can
bring up
read this.
comments. Okay. Oh, it's the Lance. Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, it was my first time to run live stream. I'm always a player because I didn't believe I could DM on a stream. But when Dwayne was asking for a DM, pikit mata, just dove in, and yeah, it feels like running for friends. Thanks for the opportunity. No,
Yeah.
thank you very much, Lance, for
Oh yeah.
being an amazing DM. Uh, Actually, I didn't know that it was her first time running on stream because you were a professional.
Yeah, she's
And
so good.
uh, sige, kwento ko lang muna how Lance and I met.
Go ahead.
For the longest time, I wanted to find a D&D group because you need to play with a group. You need to have a group to play D&D. And
Yeah.
someone posted in Facebook looking for people. Again, this was in Ludo. A lot of first times happened in Ludo. And so parang like, sali ako, ganyan. What do I need to bring? Tapos parang you don't need to bring anything, just your imagination and yourself. And we're like, okay, sure. Went in. There's a lot of people, a table full of players. I didn't know them. Tapos parang my DM, Paul, helped me out, taught me helped me build my character and taught me the basics of D&D. And we started playing. Tapos sobrang funny kasi my character was also a bard. I was really drawn into a bard. A bard na was into ropes. Na parang if I have enemies, I want to tie them down because I
Mm.
don't know, right? It feels like it's a fun thing to do in D&D. And and after that, we played more games and uh, after we finished a whole campaign, we started DMing for each other. Parang one by one, each player in our group uh, ran for each other. And
Nice.
also one way to, it's also scary being a dungeon master for the
Oh
first
yeah,
time
for
kasi
sure.
you have to prepare things and you have to make the story and come up with uh the the environment. Pero it's less scary because you're DMing with the group and everyone's so supportive.
Yeah.
And we DM for each other. Then later on, we started running conventions for D&D. We also ran D&D events for Gaming Live in the past.
Mm-hmm.
And now, medyo nag-die down konti kasi D&D is dahil sa pandemic, hindi na kami nakapaglaro in real life. Pero it's
Yeah.
fun that we can get to play again
Yeah.
live stream.
Even
So,
if it's live stream, yeah. Uh,
yep.
I was also, yeah, one of the things I was checking then. But sige, let's ano comments muna. Sabi ni Gino, Lance, I had no idea it was your first time DMing. You were so great at it, so into the story, and still helpful explaining and guiding when questions came up.
I
Yeah,
totally agree.
yeah,
DM Lance is one of the DMs that I know that runs for kids. So parang I know she would be perfect for running for newbies.
nice.
Okay.
And sabi ni Gino, Chris the Bardener, sample naman dyan.
What?
The Bardener came up at the final battle of that session, and not a lot of you
Yeah.
were there, but I'm gonna try to clip it and then post videos
Hindi, sige, sige.
sa G Live.
Okay. I'm a bartender, pero not a lot of you guys were there to watch it because it was late. I try to save my the bard has a special ability called bardic inspiration. I can inspire my teammates so that they could be more awesome. And the way I do it is I put their names into a song, a pop song, and I try to sige, I'll sing the one for Angelo.
Yeah, I was super 20, like I did like 50 plus damage for sure
Yeah,
when that
you
song came
popped
up.
off.
Yeah, I was going low, low,
Yep.
low. Go.
Okay, okay.
Sample.
At
Oh,
last. Sige, getting into character. I'm Chris, the bartender. Okay, and then we're in the battle, final battle. There's this very strong boss, and we need to defeat her. Okay, and I said, okay, Angelo, I will inspire you with this song. Shoulda got them apple bottom jeans boots with the
with the
fur,
fur.
the whole club looking at her. They hit the floor. Next things to know, shoulda got Angelo, low. Yun!
Yay!
Yay!
Clap your hands for the Bardener. And then that's when I was like, I should dance to inspire my brothers. But then I thought na lang, I could do this cool jump over the altar, bounce off the wall, and backstab the
Ang galing
Lila.
nun.
And then,
Parkour, jump,
yeah, parkour.
tumbling.
And then I was still dancing to the low, low, low because of that bardic inspiration. Yeah,
Yep.
that was super fun. Yeah.
Sige, more comments. Let's read them up.
DND Dwayne yan. DN Dwayne. DN Dwayne.
Clint is also I think I am his first dungeon master. I ran
Wow.
his first game in Alabang pa. That was 2018, I believe.
He
Pero
said,
yeah,
yeah.
Angelo is not a devilo. Yeah.
It's nice. Uh, yeah.
Is that it? Do we have more
Yeah,
comments?
sabi niya the Lila is pala final boss. Well, for that, I think for that
We were
side
surprised
quest,
as well.
yeah.
Kasi
Galing nga eh.
we all thought that it was I guess medyo spoiler ba? No, because it was streamed already. Because in the story, there was this girl that was missing, and
Yeah.
there was this guy na parang love triangle. So parang our initial suspect was the other guy that kidnapped her or whatnot. So parang okay, we're sure that he's the bad guy. Tapos parang surprise, it's actually the girl that is the
Yeah.
bad girl.
Yeah.
The evil boss.
That's what amazes me also. So first time DNT again. We'll talk about it. Uh, I told Dwayne kagabi na, what if we went for straight up to the castle? What if we um did something else? What if we didn't help the old lady? What if we ignored her? I just jumped off and I ran. And sabi ni Dwayne, I think DM Lance was ready for anything that we was gonna say. And parang ako, wow, okay, sobrang that's super fun for me kasi um I like telling stories. I like when people make great stories. I like when stories are told to me in a very good way. And yung na-experience ko with like even just that scenario, even though sinabi niyo na it's a Barovia thing. And pag sa D&D, like you can set people into like Barovia also. Pero different yung story niyo and different ways. Even if uh, same story yung gawin natin, iba pa rin yung way ng gagawin ng ibang group. It amazed me when we were playing. And then
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys remember the part where I told her na I'm gonna check out the other paper na may etch, and then she asked me how, and then I was like, I'm gonna put the soil and then mark it parang yung sa piso, and then dun ko na realize na parang you really have to think na you're there, uh, all these possibilities pwede, and the DM is gonna make it work. Yeah, sobrang nakaka sobrang natuwa ako dun sa ano ng D&D on that end. Yeah.
Yeah. So, uh, a good DM would prepare for uh possible scenarios. So parang if we would go to the castle, I'm pretty sure Lance would tarang, you want to go to the castle, this will happen. Brings out the book. Okay. Uh pero again, sometimes you also have to what do you call that? Come up with things on the fly
Mm-hmm.
and steer your players towards the final goal. Pero sometimes you don't. It's parang you don't do the main quest, you just do side quests. And it's super fun.
Yeah, and it's still it's still a viable way of playing D&D. Like
Yeah,
it's
definitely.
meant to do that. Yeah. We'll read a couple of comments. Carlos is asking DM Lance, how far did we get dun sa story that you prepared? Or ano, I don't think you answered it yet, so I mentioned it. Sabi ni Gino also, natawa ko dun sa mag-attack si Lila, dice roll, tapos DM Lance, oh no, Lila misses Angelo. And then Angelo whispers, I miss you too, Lila. No, kasi I was playing a character na parang, like, I'm trying to be cool and mysterious, like the cool guy. And then, sinabi kasi ni DM Lance na she was beautiful. So, syempre, I felt like Angela was like kind of like, she's kind of pretty. Yeah. Yeah. Uh, I think ito yung
Answer
killing
for
her.
how
Yeah.
far?
Yeah, they were so close. One strike na lang deads na, but they decided to stake her and tie her up instead. Nice.
Yeah, Lila was like she was super strong. Kasi the regular attacks didn't work as good as her
Yeah.
kasi she's apparently a vampire spawn. So yung
Yeah.
our
My
swords were
stabs.
inefficient.
Yeah.
Pero amazing.
Yeah.
We were successful.
Carlos
And
also said Willow's soil trick was veteran moves actually. Really? So
yeah.
I was so happy nga na parang naisip ko yun. Yeah. Super fun.
Pero yun,
Uh,
a lot of Dungeons and Dragons is also parang one hobby na it feels intimidating, honestly.
mm-hmm.
Getting into it kasi there's a lot of math, there's a lot of lore,
Yeah.
pero all you need is a good DM to guide you and your set. And
Mm-hmm.
and parang you just need to be yourself.
Yep.
Parang you just bring yourself to on the table, be present, and have fun. And
Let me
yun
share
lang.
my thoughts quickly. May naisip
Go.
lang ako. I'll share you guys my thoughts coming into D&D from a person who plays board games. Like madami akong board games that I know how to play, and I was thinking that D&D was. I'll just compare it a bit to like the board game side. But yeah,
Go
I
ahead.
coming into to D&D, I was thinking na it's too much for me. It's too complex for me. Uh, I don't have to act in my board game, so why do I have to act in D&D? But those complexities, uh, the complexity in D&D is different from the complexity of dun sa board games. Um, Once you like really know your character and everything is else is, I would say, learning how to play like Scythe is a bit harder than yung D&D even teaching. Kasi you just have a couple of dice to roll. But kasi when we say D&D, my first thought was I have to remember all of my stats. I have to know all of these movements if I have line of sight. I was thinking of it that way kasi in games that try to replicate D&D in board game form, they do have that, which is a really good system kasi syempre wala naman DM doon. Wala naman nag-guide sa'yo to that. Um, but it's a different, I would say, it's a different type of game that you're playing talaga. So, for those people who are the same as me, na all we know are like board game rules, all of these guidelines, that rules that we have to follow talaga. Um, if you're scared of trying out D&D and you're thinking that it's too complex or there's too much things to think about, I wanted I want to tell you guys that it's not as much as you think talaga. It's one, you're playing with friends. You're playing with supportive friends. Two, you have a really good DM who will try to honor you. But um, overall, even if I take out yung friends and the DMs, it's not that hard to learn. It's not at all. Actually, it's not. I would say I had a harder time learning Scythe than learning DN. So uh, I just wanted to share coming from like a board gamer perspective who've played hundreds, if not 1,000 plus games na. Yeah. So if after hearing that, if you're still parang you're still hesitant to really try D&D, I'm not forcing you to. If you're just hesitant to play D&D, I would encourage you to try once. Uh, Roll dice, have fun with your friends, tell stories, and then yeah, what, if you didn't enjoy it the first time, then yeah, okay lang. But then at least you try it once. It's a different experience from uh like let's say RPG games, yung mga Descent, Gloomhaven. It's a totally different experience. So I don't want to I don't want to prevent I don't want you to pass on a great game. Like if I know that viticulture, it's mentioned, if viticulture is a great game, I would love to share it with you guys. And I'm telling you na uh, try nyo lang once yung D&D also. Yun lang. Baka kasi natatakot pa yung mga tao na parang, it's complex, it's too much, it's uh, it's uh, I thought the same thing. That's what I wanted to say.
Ah, on the flip side naman, there are skills that you learn in D&D that you can take into your board gaming. One of it is role playing. So sometimes there's a lot of board games that are inspired with high fantasy and role playing games like Descent, Gloomhaven, uh, a lot of campaign games na story based, and parang you make it richer if you role play as your
Oh
characters.
yeah.
Yeah, to parang you can come up with a funny voice like I'm the barbarian, I'm the brute, I'm an orc, or I'm an elf, I'm a little bit shy, and as you read aloud, because most games they have like a lot of narration that you would read aloud, and you can get into character. So parang it brings a fun flavor getting into the game. For example, we just finished our campaign of Near and Far, and uh, I played as a robot. My character was a robot. So anytime na may mission na parang I will help a fellow robot. That is what I will do, even though I don't parang it's the parang why would I do that? Because I'm getting into character. And one of
Yeah.
our players, RV, was parang she was more of a scoundrel. Parang she will try to steal things, and parang all her decisions in the game was leading to that, and it made our game parang richer in a sense and more memorable. So that's the flip side if you're from playing Dungeons and Dragons and getting into board games.
Nice. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I know, but I just wanna talk about our last scary first times.
Yep.
And I think this is gonna be relatable to most, if not all of us. But like heavier games, trying out or playing games na you think are way above your your level in board gaming. But before that, sige, let's quickly may mga nag-mention pa. Carlos said there's a lot of stuff in D&D that but a great DM like Lance knows which are the fun and important stuff to focus on. Yeah,
I
that's why we
totally
appreciate
agree.
DM Lance so much for that game. And sabi ni Lance, my favorite board game is Black Orchestra. World War
Ooh,
II themed game because my friends will play and keep doing really bad foreign accents. Yeah, we for
I
we
thought your
do that.
favorite I thought your favorite game was Arkham Horror. Was
Oh.
Cthulhu. Pero Black Orchestra is also super fun. Bad foreign R. 9.
And Carla says my favorite board game is Last Night on Earth because people roleplay without being prompted. Actually, yeah, because it's kind of like a B movie game, diba?
You can also take role playing into other board games like Coup or any social deduction game na para I'm the Duke. I will tax because that's what I will do. Parang yun na, get into the
Any
character.
talaga.
Any
Like
game you can role play.
when the oncologist visits my vineyard, I talk to him for a while. You see Gino. Gino, I think tayo ano na oncologist. Anyway, everything is worth trying at least once. Keep an open mind, enjoy the experience. At the end of it, if it doesn't click, at least you can legitimately say you've tried it and it's not for you, and that's okay too. And if it clicks, then great job, you found something new to dive into somewhere. Actually,
Yep.
very very nice comment. Basically what we're trying to say here. Sabi ni Nathan, I love D&D. My friend played the Halfling Thief and she stole my greatsword. I was a 6-foot barbarian. She rolled a nat 20 and she basically swiped a greatsword 2 times her height. And I
Amazing.
did not notice it. Epic. Yeah. Any those stories, yung
Those
mga
stories.
nat 20, those crits and also those ones are stories that you can tell your friends. Talaga. Yan. Yun yung mga comments
Okay,
natin.
sige.
But
We're
yeah,
jumping off to another scary thing.
yeah.
First time playing heavier games. Ikaw, Willow. What
Quick. Very.
what
This is gonna
what
be
was
very
your
quick.
first
Yeah.
time?
My first time like really diving into heavier games. Just so you know, I think I've told the story. My first like board games that I got into was like Legendary, Escape, Curse of the Temple, and then Concept. Yung old concept that I keep showing you guys. It's still there. But then I started playing with sila bench nga. You know, one of the first games that I heavier games that I know is it's Tolkien. That's why I enjoy playing it a lot. Uh, it was Benj who taught me the game. He opened the game with me, and to be honest, first time I saw it, I was like, it's not for me. Not for me at all. Uh, Too much things, too much symbols, too much things happening, madaming movement, my tracking. I'm tracking too much and my mind can't take it. Basically, that's what I said. But then, um, you know, see my friends who were playing heavier games, they said they just said na, you know, Willow, when we play these smaller games, the way you think about it is like what we think about it when we play heavier games, if that makes sense. Na parang ina-analyze ko talaga na, let's just say, for an example, like Taco Cat. I analyze it in a way na parang, oh, gorilla yung lumabas. So there's a big chance na hindi gorilla yung lalabas in the next 10 cards. Yung mga ganun na ano. So I analyzed it like that. And they were telling me na, Willow, I think you should try it. You'll enjoy it. These are the games that we enjoy. We'll bring it to you and then we'll play it. So one of the first ones were Tolkien. I think we played nga lang a two-player game of Tolkien. And I was pushing getting into heavier games for when I started nung board gaming kasi I was thinking na hindi ano parang yung mga Magic the Gathering ano yan yung mga ganyan I can't play that. Those people I see in certain areas na para masyadong into the game. Also I can't play it with my family, my friends. So I didn't think of it as like that. But then when you really when someone tries to share the experience with you, lalo na yung heavier games na, no, Willow, I think this could improve your thinking in these areas, or I think you analyze this very well and you can try it and you're gonna do well in it. I give it a try, and honestly, those games, buti na lang I went into those because most probably if I'm here and talking about board games and I still haven't tried heavier games, I would tell you that I love Lanterns, Splendor, and Sheriff of Nottingham. Yun lang yung magiging my highest complexity board games. Yeah. So, how about you, Dwayne? What's your story about heavy games?
I've been actually when you were talking about it, I've been thinking about my board game progression. What progression? Because when I got into the hobby, the first few games that I played were Ticket to Ride, Carcassonne, Takenoko, Pandemic.
Hmm.
Tapos slowly getting into heavier and heavier games. So I didn't feel that I had this parang stark parang entry into heavier games. Parang slowly build up into heavier and heavier games.
Yeah.
Uh, pero the one game that I felt uh, really impactful na heavy game was hmm I think it would be Twilight Imperium. This is
Wow.
heavy na talaga because you juggle a lot of things. You play a faction in space and you try to explore and conquer different planets. Pero I I I think what prepared me to get into a heavier games mindset is one, uh, parang just trust in yourself na parang uh, hey, you can do this. You have the capacity to learn and enjoy these games.
Hmm.
Don't be intimidated. It's just a game.
Yeah.
Two, um, I think very important that you're on top of the right mindset. You're in the right parang you're not tired, you're not sleepy kasi heavier games really or you don't play this at the end of a game night, parang you
Yeah.
want front load it para fresh ka pa, para ready pa ako to learn a game. And ano, get people that also like these types of games.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
I just want. Yeah.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I sorry. So ano, just try it. Uh I feel na there's like if you do it like me na may progression, parang slowly you build up your parang maybe I try this game na parang slightly heavier and then slightly heavier so that
Yeah.
you can try all the buffet of games out there.
Oh, ang daming magagandang games na I wouldn't have tried if I hadn't
Hmm.
stepped into try trusting myself na I can understand heavier games.
Parang don't limit yourself. Don't say na parang, pang ano lang yan, pang matalino lang yan.
Yep.
Matalino ka. I believe in you. You can do it. You have a critical mind and parang, I just want to share. There are the best feeling in the world as a teacher of board games is when you teach players, there's a glint, there's a sparkle in their eyes. Tas parang, gets na niya. Oh no,
Yeah.
matatalo niya ako.
Yeah.
He or she figured out something, a great strategy, and he's implementing it. And we're like, amazing! My
Yeah.
little grasshoppers now the masters, and amazing lang yan.
Yes, I love that feeling also. One of the moments na ganyan na pinaka naalala ko when I taught my parents Jamaica, which is not a very heavy game. It's not a no, but coming from Darna, coming from Love Letter, and then my mom saying that she enjoyed our game of Jamaica. I was so happy. Even if she was at the last place, she was having a hard time moving her ship, but seeing na para sabi niya na enjoy niya yung board game na yan, really really made me happy. And it's also, I mean, we do enjoy our hobby. We enjoy our types of games. We try to get into the heavier games that we love. But one of the great things about checking out these heavier games now we think are too complicated is that we can share it with other people. Na I don't know how many times I've played a game and I've thought of one of my friends na eto ma-enjoy ni ganyan. Most of Almost every time I play a board game, it's like that, and it refreshes my energy to play more board games, to teach more board games, and it just makes me happy. Yeah.
Totally agree. Let's look at the
Uh,
comments.
yes, we shall. Sabi ni Carlos, first heavy game I played was Mech Warrior. He remembers nothing. Well, you at least you experienced it. You can say that you played it
At least
already.
you remember the game.
Gina says, Hala, first time with heavier games, I eventually progressed into Terraforming Mars and Scythe. But man, this War of Mine,
Oh,
heavy on so many levels. But it was an experience like no other. I don't think anything could have prepared me for that. Yes, I agree that this War of Mine is heavy.
have you played this War of Mine, Willow?
I played the video game. I know about the board game because I check out reviews. So yeah,
I
and
only
all of the
played it
stories.
once. Tas parang it's a great game, pero I don't think I am mentally and physically and emotionally ready for another game of that.
Hmm.
But
Yeah,
it's again, it's an amazing game because it's successful and what it was trying to do.
yeah. Carlos also said, I think I did things in reverse, starting in the heavier side of things, but ended up liking simpler games. Well, that's also nice. I think you came from like D&D ba? And then you tried D&D like games, and then you saw like simpler games. Everyone's journey is different.
Yeah, everyone's
And
journey is different.
Gina said, trust in Chris the Bardener. Hashtag matalino ka. Nice.
Matalino
Nice
ka.
hashtag. Yeah.
Guys, you guys are smart.
Uh, but yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
most that we can say for.
Yeah.
This is also another first time. This is our first vodcast, which I actually really enjoyed. Talking and learning about things from you guys, learning about Dwayne, learning things about myself, also, and just practicing. I really love doing the live stream because it practices me speaking. Because if you've met me when I was in college or high school, I would not even participate in talking. So this one's a thing for me also. But uh, talking about our first vodcast, if you have ideas and you think you can
Comments,
create,
suggestions for a topic that we
yeah,
can just talk
yeah,
and talk about.
let us know. And also, if you think you can create uh, board game ideas, content about board games, I highly encourage you to start making a blog, a vlog. Just to write an article of your favorite game. You start it off like that, and I'm seeing more of the people in our community actually doing this. That's why I want you guys to see if it's for you also. It might be for you. Uh, yeah. So I encourage you to start a YouTube channel, start a blog, an Instagram, start a TikTok, start anything. Because I think in our hobby, sharing is caring. That's the
Caring.
pinaka.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Okay,
don't.
before we end up the stream, let's wrap things up. So, Willow, what are your tips on how to overcome scary first times?
Mm. Okay, sige. Very two quick tips. Kasi to be honest, I can just sum this up with one. But I wanna say the importance of having um, people. Learn about the people, not just the hobby. If you're wanting to get into like the painting, talk to the people who know about painting. If you wanna learn to get into like competitive katan, learn about the people who did the ano. I think our hobby is the people is the most important thing in our hobby. So yeah, and then my second tip is basically Nike, just do it.
Just do it.
Just do it.
Take the plunge.
Yeah.
Dive first. I
Dive
dive head first.
dive head first. Dive head first. That's ano. So when I say dive head first, you bring your mind into it, your brain into it, yeah, and try it, just try it out, yeah. How about you, then? Our closing remarks from our bar dinner.
Um, there. I want to quote a contemporary philosopher, Jake the dog from Adventure Time. Sucking at something is the first step towards being sort of good at something. So do not be scared of making mistakes. Do not be scared of sucking at the first time, because we all go through that. And that's the best way to overcome your first time, is just do it. Jake the dog, yes. So just do it, and who knows, you might enjoy a new hobby when you do so.
Yeah,
But yeah, that's
there
our
you go.
show for tonight.
That's so fun to do.
This is actually a fun topic and a fun, parang chika-chika lang, talking to each other, getting to know our amazing uh, chat
Yeah,
people.
yep, yeah.
Yes, our amazing friends in chat.
We
Um,
also have one from Morhag from Carlos. Sabi niya, if you fail, fail spectacularly. Yes,
yes.
do it in good fashion. Well, yeah.
Okay,
So that's gonna be our
our
show for
show.
tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed our very first vodcast. I don't know. You can rewatch this in YouTube if you want to encourage someone to try any hobby that you want to. I hope the people here. Thank you for sharing your stories.
Thank you.
And I hope you guys have a great weekend. Good night, Nathan, Carlos, Gino, Lance, Aina, Clint, Sam, John. Thank you guys, and everyone else. Luvin, thank you for dropping by. I hope you have a great weekend, a great long weekend, and we'll see you guys.
Wait. Recap of announcements. Just
Okay.
baka hindi nila nabutan the first time. One, uh, tonight is the last night for our G Life gamer promo. It's 50% off, so get in your Gcash. In the bottom left corner, there's the G Life. Uh, and then just search for the games, they're 50% off. Next
Mm-hmm.
is our polyhedral dice, the dice that we use in our D&D game and other tabletop games. They're 10% off. Just search it in the Gaming Live website. Uh,
Yep.
Another promo is if you are vaccinated, fully vaccinated, and you visit our store, it's 5% off on your board game purchases. And
Mm-hmm.
lastly, we in Gaming Live
Wait.
are opening our doors for in real life gaming. So
Yay!
we'll post the guidelines, because we want us to be safe playing games. But you have to be vaccinated, you have to wear masks, disinfecting, all that shebang to keep us safe. But the amazing thing is we're gonna play na face to face.
Yes.
Yep. I think that's it.
So yeah, if you guys want to see announcements on when we're going to like our stores, maybe we can do a paint night or a game night, game day, paint day. We'll post it on G Live Game Night for those people who want to try the things that we tried also. We'll post there. We'll schedule. We'll see you guys hopefully in our stars. And yeah,
Yay!
uh, thank you guys for watching.
Thank you
Happy long
for
weekend,
jamming with us.
and
Happy Halloween!
yeah, happy Halloween. Hope to see you guys next week. Bye bye. Peace.
Bye bye.